Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Adam Pearce has been an on-screen authority figure in WWE for over 5 years. However, Pearce's position as the Raw general manager was questioned by wrestling veteran Vince Russo, who believes that he doesn't add anything to the role. Pearce returned to WWE as a trainer and coach. However, he soon transitioned into an on-screen role. While he first oversaw both Raw and SmackDown, Nick Aldis' introduction resulted in Triple H promoting the 46-year-old as the general manager of the Red brand. On Wrestling's Legion of Raw, Vince Russo said he didn't understand why Pearce was in the Raw general manager role when other stars could benefit more from being in that position. The former WWE writer added that Pearce's role should be that of a *stirrer. Adam Pearce's role in the ongoing feud between Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair has been questioned by many WWE fans. However, the Raw general manager is loved by most viewers worldwide. In the world of WWE, there's a constant wave of change, from roster shifts to new storylines and unexpected surprises that keep the audience on their toes. The behind-the-scenes politics are just as turbulent, and one of the latest controversies has sparked an interesting conversation about the future direction of Monday Night Raw. Adam Pearce, a former professional wrestler and current WWE official, has been serving as the Raw general manager for quite some time now. As a key figure behind the scenes, Pearce has been involved in some of the most important storylines and decisions that have shaped the direction of the brand. But despite his experience and tenure in the company, there has been some criticism surrounding his role, particularly when it comes to the question of why he holds such a significant position. A veteran WWE superstar who has had extensive experience in the ring and has seen it all when it comes to the backstage politics of the company, recently voiced his thoughts on the situation. In an exclusive interview with us, a former WWE superstar didn't mince words when talking about Pearce's role as the Raw general manager, calling him a vanilla GM, and expressing his confusion about why he was given such a crucial position. The rise of Adam Pearce. Before diving into the criticism, let's take a look at Adam Pearce's rise in WWE. Pearce, a seasoned veteran in his own right, was a champion in various independent promotions before transitioning into a backstage role in WWE. He initially gained recognition for his leadership abilities, guiding the brand through several controversial moments, including being part of WWE's training and talent development team, overseeing the NXT brand for a period. While Pearce is no stranger to the wrestling business, his rise to the role of Raw general manager came under somewhat unusual circumstances. As many fans will recall, the position wasn't an immediate staple in the WWE Universe's lexicon. In fact, the general manager role on Raw had been vacant for a period following the departure of Kurt Angle, whose run as the GM had been a fan favorite. Pearce, initially brought in as an authority figure for the WWE product, was positioned as the man in charge, but his arrival wasn't exactly met with the same level of excitement as some of the other personalities that came before him. The vanilla criticism. In the interview with the WWE veteran, the conversation quickly shifted to Pearce's time in the GM position, where the term vanilla GM was thrown around with some venom. When asked for clarity on his thoughts, the veteran didn't hold back, offering a scathing review of Pearce's persona and presence on television. "The guy's got no personality," the veteran began. "I mean, when you look at someone like Kurt Angle, who was an Olympic gold medalist, or even someone like Shane McMahon, who has that McMahon swagger, you knew they were larger-than-life figures. But Pearce? He's just there. It's like they just picked him up out of a hat. He doesn't have that charisma, that fire, or that it factor that makes a great general manager." The term vanilla is often used in the wrestling world to describe someone or something that is considered bland, unexciting, or lacking in edge. The veteran elaborated on this sentiment, drawing a contrast between Pearce and previous WWE authority figures who brought a certain level of excitement or controversy to their roles. When you think of a general manager, you think of someone who's going to stir the pot, someone who makes decisions that fans either love or hate, the veteran continued. You think of Eric Bischoff, Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon. All of them had a presence that kept you glued to the screen. With Pearce, it's like he's reading from a script and hoping people don't fall asleep. The criticism wasn't purely based on Pearce's in-ring career, but also his execution of the GM role. The WWE veteran stated that while Pearce's credentials as a wrestler might not have been as flashy as some of his counterparts, it wasn't necessarily his lack of experience in the spotlight that bothered him. Rather, it was Pearce's ability to create memorable moments that could fuel compelling storylines or engage the audience. Being the GM of Raw is more than just having a backstage role. You need to be a character, a personality that shapes the entire brand. Someone who commands the respect of both the superstars and the audience. Pearce doesn't have that. The role of the general manager, WWE's general manager role, has always been one that demands a unique blend of authority and charisma. It's not just about making matches or announcing decisions. It's about crafting a storyline, stirring the emotions of the fans, and creating memorable moments. When WWE initially introduced GMs on their weekly shows, they created characters that had depth and intrigue. Whether it was the ruthless Vince McMahon making authoritative decisions or the unpredictable Eric Bischoff playing mind games with the entire roster, the general managers were pivotal to the show's drama. Even in a modern era, figures like Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan added something more to their authority roles by being multifaceted characters with distinct motivations. In contrast, the veteran argued that Pearce often comes across as a figurehead without a deeper narrative that connects him to the larger picture. It's almost like they put him there because he knows the business, but they forgot to give him any reason to be interesting. Why is he the GM of Raw? What's his stake in the company's direction? What makes him tick? Fans don't care because he's just there. He's vanilla. The veteran's frustrations aren't just with Pearce's persona, but with the overall lack of development in his role. The GM is supposed to be a catalyst for some of the most compelling moments in WWE, yet Pearce has often been reduced to a placeholder. Where his predecessors made bold decisions, influenced matches, or even inserted themselves into storylines, Pearce seems to operate solely as an impartial figure with little narrative motivation behind him. Why Pearce? The bigger question that many fans have been asking, including the veteran in the interview, is why Adam Pearce was chosen for this pivotal position in the first place. While Pearce's experience in the business certainly makes him a qualified individual to manage backstage affairs, the role of Raw general manager has traditionally gone to someone who has a compelling on-screen presence. Given WWE's penchant for putting larger-than-life personalities in such positions, many have been puzzled by Pearce's seemingly lackluster performance. Why Pearce? The veteran questioned, as if trying to understand the logic behind WWE's decision. I mean, I get it. He's a company guy, he's worked backstage, and he's got a lot of experience. But why does that make him the right choice for Raw? It's one thing to know the ins and outs of the business. It's another to make sure the audience is engaged every week. I don't get it. There are other people who could have been in that position and brought something to the table. This sentiment isn't new among fans either, as many online forums have been rife with discussion about Pearce's tenure as GM. Some argue that WWE is simply looking for someone dependable to handle the backstage duties, while others feel that the company is settling for mediocrity instead of investing in a more dynamic character. Is Pearce's role in jeopardy? Despite the ongoing criticism, Pearce's position as Raw general manager doesn't appear to be in immediate jeopardy. As of now, he continues to appear on WWE television, making crucial decisions that impact the course of the show. However, if WWE is looking to revitalize the brand, they may need to reassess the role of GM in a constantly evolving business. The general manager position remains a crucial part of the product. If Adam Pearce can't find a way to evolve and add more personality to his role, it may not be long before the company seeks someone who can inject some much-needed energy into the position. WWE has a long history of reinventing its characters, and perhaps Pearce's time as the vanilla GM could eventually lead to a more exciting evolution, or perhaps a replacement entirely. Conclusion: the role of general manager in WWE has always been a position filled with high stakes. It requires someone who can make impactful decisions, entertain the fans, and most importantly, drive the storyline forward. Adam Pearce, despite his significant experience, has faced criticism for being too vanilla in the eyes of some fans and veterans alike. While his contributions backstage are undoubtedly valuable, his on-screen presence as Raw general manager has yet to spark the kind of energy that previous figures in the role have brought to the table. Whether or not WWE will continue with Pearce in this position or opt for a change remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the fans are ready for something more compelling, something with a bit more flair and fire. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.